We now return to the Transformers. Everyone bow down to the king. Hey, what's up everyone? James here, and today we will be covering King Grimlock. This is written by Steve Orlando, who did excellent work in the Power Ranger comics, and the artwork is done by Agustin Padilla. I hope I pronounced that correctly. This story isn't a part of any continuity, so think of it as a standalone Elseworlds type of story. So our journey begins on Cybertron in Harmonix, the Singing City, with the Dinobots and Autobots having just defeated the Mechanibals. A quick note about the Mechanibals. They first appeared in Marvel's Transformers issue 52. They're these spider-like bots with 4 limbs and sharp teeth who feed on other mechanical life forms, which is not surprising since the word cannibals is in their name. The leader of the Mechanibals is Master Mouth. We see Grimlock, leader of the Dinobots, slicing through one of them, which looks so awesome. Optimus tells Grimlock that's enough, that the Mechanibals have surrendered. They get into a disagreement because Grimlock doesn't care they surrendered. They attacked their home, so they need to be crushed and eaten. But Optimus points out that it was just a rogue few acting alone. Master Mouth has apologized and will continue to respect the treaty. Still, Grimlock believes the Mechanibal prisoners should be sent back in pieces and argues Optimus' decision to spare the attackers won't make the Mechanibals respect them. This is one of the reasons why I love Grimlock, because he lives by what I call his strength philosophy, which perfectly coincides with life as a gladiator, combined with social Darwinism. The strongest rule, the strongest are respected, the strongest try to grow even stronger, and the strongest crush their enemies. They don't spare them. This starkly contrasts Optimus' philosophy on strength, which is true strength is being merciful. He tells Grimlock there is strength in mercy and that the universe cannot be run on fear. Suddenly, the ground beneath them erupts with this green energy spewing out. Grimlock tells Optimus and the Autobots to move, but Optimus thinks it's just the security field reacting to the Mechanibals. When the green energy gets more intense, Grimlock pushes Optimus out of the way. The green energy wraps around Grimlock and pulls him into the ground. Optimus and the other Dinobots go to try to grab Grimlock, but he ends up disappearing. Optimus then orders a trace on the green energy field. Grimlock ends up being transported to this new world, wondering how he got here. Now this world is called Minonia. This world isn't new to the Transformerverse. It actually first appeared in season 3 of the G1 cartoon in the episode called Madman's Paradise, which saw Grimlock and Daniel Witwicky travel to Minonia. This whole series is based on that episode, and Steve Orlando is making his own version of it. I'm not going to spoil what happened in that episode because it will kind of spoil this series a bit, but I will say we're going to see characters from that episode in this series. Grimlock ends up coming face to face with these wild beasts called Leodons. They end up attacking him, trying to pull his limbs apart. Grimlock transforms into his dino form, escaping from their grasp, saying Grimlock play. The beasts roar at Grimlock, and Grimlock is like, you call that a roar? I'll show you a roar. He goes full Godzilla on them, unleashing a blast that leaves nothing but ashes of them. After taking the Leodons out, he ends up coming across these humans. The leader of this group of humans is Arnak, the elder of the people of Valrith. He reveals to Grimlock that he and his people were the ones who brought him here to Minonia. This is where we get a bit of history of this world. Arnak explains that centuries ago, one of the Autobots fought with this individual they call the Golden One. They both liberated the people of Minonia, but time moves differently in this world. So many ages have passed, and over time, the Golden One's power has turned him from a hero into a cruel tyrant. They tried to oppose him, but they lost. So they thought their only hope was to cast a spell to summon the Cybertronian leader who'd previously saved them, Optimus Prime. Grimlock gets angry because they mistook him for Optimus. He reveals to them that he isn't Optimus or even an Autobot, which is interesting. Maybe Grimlock in this world considers the Dinobots a separate faction, only aligned with the Autobots, not a part of them, but he does have the Autobot insignia, who knows. He introduces himself as Grimlock, king of the Dinobots. He tells them they need to keep looking if they want Optimus, but Arnak informs Grimlock that he is their last hope because his sorcerers used the last of their sorcerer's fuel to bring him there. He begins to beg for Grimlock's help, and his daughter Arco gets upset because her father is lowering himself. Arco reveals to Grimlock that the only way for him to return to his home and time is by defeating the Golden One and using his power. Meanwhile, in the Golden Citadel, the Golden One himself, using his power, is spying on Grimlock and the people of Minonia. He's intrigued that the rebels' plan was successful, but can't hide his delight that they've summoned the wrong Cybertronian. He explains to his servant Clada that Optimus might have rallied the rebels, but Grimlock won't be able to, because as he puts it, Grimlock is nothing but a petty fool who calls himself a king who won't be able to save the people of Minonia. Arnak, continuing to plead for Grimlock's help, shares the details of the Golden One's tyranny that's taken a huge toll on the people. He explains that the Golden One has raided their homes in the form of a mighty dragon, burning everything to ash and killing many loved ones. He punishes all Minonians who worship the anti-sun instead of worshipping him as Soltron's chosen. Now, Soltron, will learn more about him later. Grimlock ends up still refusing to help them, and his reason why does make sense. He tells Arnak that him fighting their battles for them won't make the people of Minonia strong. They can only gain true strength if they save themselves. This is another example of how Grimlock and Optimus's view on strength differs. In the past, Optimus used his strength to help the people of Minonia because he possessed the strength to help those who were too weak to help themselves. Because remember, his belief is freedom is the right of all sentient beings. My question to you all is, who do you think is right? I think both of their views on strength have very valid points, but comment down below what you think. Arnak again tries to get Grimlock to see reason and reminds him that defeating the Golden One is his only hope of returning home. One of Arnak's soldiers shouts at Grimlock saying that Optimus would have helped them. Grimlock replies, "Me no Autobot and me no Optimus." He doesn't care about being stuck in Minonia alone. After Grimlock leaves, Arco tells her father and the people that they shouldn't give up so easily. Grimlock has true power. They need to make him help them. He had no patience for their weakness, and neither does she. She leaves to chase after Grimlock. She says Grimlock is the first real warrior to appear in ages. Whatever dangers are in Minonia, he'll know how to crush them. As Grimlock traverses through the forest, unbeknownst to him is a trio of Cyclops holding weapons with the Autobot insignia waiting to ambush him. That's the end of King Grimlock issue 1. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you want more of this story, comment down below. Other than that, have an awesome day, and always remember, every day to transform and go beyond. See you later, Beyonders.
Me Grimlock no bozo, me king!